Hi, my name is Matthias Kuhn, and welcome to John Cipollone's Incorporated. We're looking for top quality people for the heating and cooling industry. We're a family-owned business in its third generation, and our employees are true professionals and the best in the business. If you're looking for a career in the HVAC field, you should be here.
I've been in HVAC for 20 years. A lot has changed.
I've been working here just over 10 years this December.
About a year and a half full-time. I started part-time 2020. I was in high school.
I've been in the HVAC business for 13 years, and I've worked for John Cipollone for 13 years.
Coming up on this September, I'll be here for 5 years.
My father and my grandfather have been in the oil business for all of both of their lives, so it's generational. There was a job opportunity that came open here, and I jumped on it.
I wanted to change. I worked in the corporate side for 25 years, and I wanted to change something more hands-on, get out of the office. So went to school at night, and I like fixing things, so I figured it's a good job at a little bit of everything.
Well, I got in the HVAC industry because I was working as a car mechanic for about 15 years, and the place I was working at was going out of business. So I was looking into getting into another trade, try something different. And a friend of mine was working here. He's been working here for years. He told me they were looking for people, and then been here ever since.
So I got into the HVAC industry out of high school. I was 18. I knew I wanted to work with my hands. In high school, I did carpentry in the tech school. And then Cipollone reached out to the high school. I went into a few interviews, and I got linked up with them, and yeah, that's kind of how I got in.
I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I knew I didn't really want to go to college. I thought heating and cooling was pretty cool because how does it work? You hit a button and cold air comes through your vents. But once you actually learn how it works, how the refrigerant works, how different physics involved in it, it's really cool.
I just always enjoyed working with my hands, so I wasn't going to go back to college and try to get an office job. I knew that. So I kind of just took a flyer on heating and air conditioning. It was either going to be that or electrician, and I just chose one.
It's nice because me personally, I don't like to sit. I like to be always on the move, and that's kind of what this job is. I mean, I just like to learn new things every day, honestly, and in this field, you literally learn something new every day. There's always something different you're going up against. You're always in a different environment, new house, if it's an attic, crawl space.
It does help me to learn every day. Even though I've done it 20 years, I still ask these young kids what to do because, again, coming up with computers now and everything's with circuit boards, it's stuff that I didn't have 15 years ago. Just because you're 20 years, you don't know everything. You're always learning.
There was an old employee here named Jalen, and I went to the same school as him, and he was doing the same co-op program I was doing for Delaware County Technical High School. I talked to Matthias, told him I was interested in learning the trade. He gave me a job. I worked here for the summer. And then senior year, I got the opportunity to do co-op with Delaware County. And then after I graduated, I started full-time.
I went to Delaware County Community College at night while I was working corporate. And did that at night, which was nice, like 3 days a week at Delaware County.
So there's multiple ways you can learn with this company. I mean, the best to me is learn on the job. There's also, some other courses you can do outside of the company, like if it's a tech college, stuff like that.
We do annual training every year. The company has to do a certain amount of training because we're carrier dealers. So everybody does get at least 2 classes a year.
After I graduated, I started a 4-year apprenticeship with PHCC, and that's a 4-year apprenticeship. And then after the end, you get certain NATE credits. After 1 year, you get different NATE credits, and then after the end, you get your full NATE. So NATE is a different test that they have to certify you in different areas of HVAC. So they have boiler ones, they have airflow ones, they have heat pumps, different kinds of certifications.
Day to day, yeah, getting to go to a different customer's house every day, solving different problems every day. No job is the same. Even though we do a lot of the same things over and over, every job is different, so it keeps things interesting.
Some of it's just routine maintenance. You go out and check out the equipment just to make sure everything is functioning properly, try to find problems before they become a breakdown type issue where they lose heat or air conditioning or whatnot. So other times it'll be a service call. You'll go out there, they'll have say no heat, and then you go out there, you got to diagnose the problem, figure out why they lost heat.
Every system's different. I mean, you could put the same system in a different house, but just the environment of the system is completely different. The workspace you're working in, you know, how big's the attic, or you crawl in, or you kneel in, or you stand in. I mean, all that stuff really plays a big factor in everything.
My responsibilities are answering the phone, dispatching, helping customers with their needs, no heat, no AC, oil, anything like that. Dispatch it to the technicians. Scheduling appointments, warranties, rebates.
I'm more in the service side and maintenance. You know, going, you know, maintenance, the heaters, the oil, the heat pumps, make sure, check them out, make sure they're running, do tests on them. I like more the service side where you're fixing things, because people, you know, leaving and they're like, oh, wow, now I got heat, or now I got, you know, now it's cool. So when I get there, it's cold, I leave it's hot in the winter, and the opposite in the summer.
You know, there's some things that aren't the best, you know, hot attics, but you work through it, take breaks, and then at the end of the day, someone has cold air or someone has heat, and you know, you really made their day.
Well, certain customers, the more you go there, they get to know you. When you first start, they're like, oh, you're the new guy, what's your name? But the more you go there, you start to build up relationships with people. There's certain customers that they will request you after, you know, a few visits, because now they're comfortable with you, and they like, you know, somebody they know that knows the house is also a big thing. You know where all the equipment is, you've been there before, that definitely helps.
I've been here so long, they'll just ask, you know, for me, recommend me. But, you know, like I said, I know them, so that's a good thing, and they know me, so they get confident. We don't try to sell things, that's the big thing. We're not, you know, commission, we don't try to sell, we just pretty much what you need.
I have some wonderful relationships with customers that call in, and people that just call, you know, for a question, but also to talk. Majority, all of our customers that call in, usually very enjoyable to talk to, and definitely put a smile on my face.
One of the good things about working at John Cipollone, it's a smaller company, so it's not like there's 1,000 employees where most people don't know each other. There's probably about 15 people here. Everybody knows each other. Everybody gets along pretty well.
We all get along. We all work with each other. You know, help out each other. Call them on the phone, you know, if you have a problem. Everybody has a different skill set that can help the other one.
Working at a smaller company definitely has its benefits, because you do get to know the guys extremely well. Most of the guys have been here for a while, so we've all known each other for decades, you know.
We depend on a lot of each other, you know, like in the field and even outside the field sometimes we'll get together.
The environment here is family. It's like you're one part of the family, the Cipollone family, and everybody just works so well together. It's a wonderful atmosphere to work for.
You know, family business, small. We know the owners. We know everybody that's in charge of us. You know, they really take care of us as far as financially, and keep us busy and working, and it's just a good place to be.
And they do things for us, like certain times of the year, they'll give us a half day, they'll have like a barbecue back at the shop, we can hang out and have a good time.
They do a lot of good things for us, like, matter of fact, Monday they gave us off for the Super Bowl. But, you know, we do like different work events where Employee Appreciation Day, and, you know, around Christmas time, we do a nice luncheon, and yeah, stuff like that.
Most people start in the install. You work your way up, you get a little knowledge, you learn how everything works, and you can move into the service department. From there, a lot of guys might move into either sales or into the service, like the manager side of things.
Since I've been here, I've already seen some guys move up and stuff, and I mean, there's definitely room for improvement to move up in the company, but I just figure, you know, take it every day, do the best I can, and see how far up I can go, which, I mean, seems like you can go up as high as you want.
I would say if you want to do manual labor, if you want to, you know, work with your hands, and you want to figure things out, it's a good field to get into.
Be prepared to work hard. In the beginning, that's all the job is about. Showing up, working hard, and continuing to learn. So don't be afraid of any of those things, because if you're afraid of those, maybe look elsewhere.
It's hard work, you know, it's mental sometimes. You know, if you like finishing up on things and figuring things out, this is a great field.
If someone was looking into the HVAC trade, I would definitely say do it, especially this company. We have a lot of guys who have been in the field for many years, and they know a ton about HVAC. And if you have any questions, They're always willing to help you. They're very knowledgeable, they're very smart, and they're a good group of guys.
I'm extremely proud of what my family's been able to build over 70 years and the true professionals we have on our team. If you're interested in joining us, give us a call or check us out online.